Been quite a while since we sat down together and looked at some fan art, so I figured today is as good a day as any to pull some up and showcase it. And this is from one of my favorite artists personally, Wolf Dog Art over on Twitter, link down in the description obviously, so that you can go and check out all of his awesome stuff. He's incredibly talented. But the reason I chose to just showcase his artwork today and not other people's as well is because recently he put out a collection of skins for Apex characters which are based off of skins from the Star Wars franchise. And so I wanted to do a whole video just focusing on that. So I'm going to show you, we have 3 skins that I want to talk about and show off to you guys, and then after that I'm going to talk about how it would actually be possible for not only the Respawn developers to be able to put in Star Wars skins into their game, but also for it to make kind of sense in the Titanfall universe, the Apex Legends universe, whichever you're more familiar with it being called. But before we get into any of that stuff, we actually have to look at these 3 skins. Now, there are actually 4 skins, however, one of them we already covered in my previous fan art skin whatever video, which you can find in the description as well, and that was Gilbert as a Mandalorian. Now, that skin was so freaking cool that it's actually why I discovered Wolf Dog in the first place. So let's look at Caustic to start off, and I'm gonna put the skin up on screen for you. And as you can see, this is Caustic as Darth Vader. Everything about this skin is so awesome. It's a little bit different than Darth Vader in the movies. You can see the shoulder pads are a little bit more defined, which I actually really like. I think it fits the style of Apex a little bit better. And just this whole skin in general kind of reminds me of the Necrosis skin that we got in the System Override event for Caustic. Darth Vader and Caustic have such similar personalities, I guess, or at least outlooks on how they should be able to obtain that power, which is through basically stepping on everybody in their way and taking it for themselves. So this skin not only looks amazing, but the character that is being represented with Caustic is really great and fits so well with his personality. So fantastic job with this one. And the next one that I want to talk about and show off to you guys is this Bloodhound Tusken Raider skin, which is so awesome. I can't even put into words how incredible it would be to have the Tusken Raider skin for Bloodhound, especially playing Bloodhound with their heirloom. And then it looks like he actually reskinned Arter. I'm not sure what creature that is. I don't know if I'm missing out on my Tatooine zoology, but I'm not familiar with that creature. But it is a stand-in for Arter. So again, this skin fits so well with their personality. Bloodhound obviously is very mysterious and always totally covered up, and it's the same way with the Tusken Raiders. I love the respirator and how the headpiece from Bloodhound's original skin has been integrated with the clothing of the Tusken Raider. So this skin, I think, is my favorite of the 3, because not only is it partially Bloodhound and partially Tusken Raider, but they actually have combined the 2 of them to birth something completely new, yet based in its origins. So phenomenal job with this skin. But let's move on to our last one before we get into the realm of theory. And this one is just it's so cool. On the top, I don't know if you can read it, but it says, "Roger, Roger, friend." And the idea that Pathfinder could be turned into one of these B1 battle droids is such a fun and unique idea, because we've seen a lot of different Pathfinder skins with a lot of drastically different takes on him. You take, for example, the Grand Soiree Pathfinder skin and compare that to the Aviator, and then compare that to the original. There's so many different models of Pathfinder, that I don't think it's that far out there to actually like restructure the body and the head a little bit, because we've seen it done a lot of times in the past. The attention to detail on this is really great too. I love that there's a tiny little like rectangle on the droid's upper chest where you have the smiley face, and just the way that the smiley face is drawn is so like funny and quirky. So this one is definitely pretty high up there as well with some of my favorites that Wolfdog has ever done. So those are the 3 skins that I wanted to show to you guys today. Let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite, if you would like to see this kind of stuff actually coming into the game, because forgive me for saying the word, I know you guys overreact whenever I say it, but Fortnite has done so many really awesome pop culture crossovers with other like TV shows and video games and Marvel characters and like you name it, and they've done it. They had John Wick, and that's always something that I wish that we could see in Apex. Not obviously directly like here's Deadpool in Apex, but to have skins that resemble, or I mean even to be reflective of something in real life. Like I think a Deadpool Octane skin would be awesome, because it's already been confirmed by the developers. Both writers for the game have said that the skins are not canon. Anything that's not your original character skin is not canon, which means that it doesn't matter if you're playing a B1 battle droid for your Pathfinder, because it's not canon, and neither is the Aviator, neither is the Servant Marvin. None of those are canon other than just regular Pathfinder. Which begs the question then of, how is it possible for Respawn to actually get the rights to these characters and these models for skins, since obviously Respawn is a significantly smaller and less monetarily funded company than Epic Games? And the answer to that is that they already have the rights to these. Respawn is owned by EA, and DICE is owned by EA, and Electronic Arts has a deal with Disney since they're already making Star Wars games. Which means that at any point in time, I'm sure obviously there's more legal mumbo jumbo than what I'm saying, but Electronic Arts could call up Respawn and say, hey down there guys, put in some Star Wars skins in your game please, we think it would be really cool. Or Respawn could be like, hey EA, we think if we put Star Wars skins in our game, a lot of people will buy them, which I mean I would buy all of them, and I'm sure a lot of other people would spend money on them too. So I think this would be beneficial for everybody. But that's just my opinion and just a little bit of speculation, I guess, since that's a very simplified version of what would happen, I'm sure, if they wanted to put Star Wars skins in the game. But the main purpose of this was just to show you some awesome skins and give a little bit of a shout out to Wolfdog Art, since he does make incredible art pretty consistently. So if you have a Twitter, I'd give him a follow. Not too rough on the eyes to see his posts in your feed every day. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be back again with you guys tomorrow as always. If you're not part of the club and would like to be, you can hit the red subscribe button right underneath this video, and I would really appreciate it. And before you head out in a second, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button for me, as that helps boost me in search results. However, I have rambled on long enough for this outro, so until tomorrow guys, take it easy.